This is Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Thursday, everybody. Al, what night is it tonight?
It is NBA's back night.
Oh, come on, man. It would have been 3 weeks in a row. It's college night, homie.
What does that mean? Oh,
college.
Thursday. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I never think about that, I
just
swear.
Summon the creepy dad in it.
When we did it 2 weeks in a row. And right when we were coming, I'm like, it's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
College night.
That's
Al,
right.
Al brings it out of me.
Yeah, then I'll be right in my house.
Yes. Listen, I'll be in bed at 9:30 watching the Murdoch trials.
They look good.
Yeah,
Look
it's a good
good.
show on Netflix if you
Yep.
haven't watched it yet. All right, so let's get to it. Jennifer Lopez is being accused of using a face filter. No button. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
A TikTok user claims the filter J-Lo was using failed when she leans into the camera. Here it is again, slowed down. Her forehead and under eye lines are visible. She leans in, but when you see her lean out, it looks like her skin is flawless. Here's another look. Okay, J-Lo's before and then after.
No, take it off. It's so disgusting.
Listen, I gotta be honest with you. I just peeked up right now. I don't really see a difference.
At all.
Neither do I.
At all. Not
yes,
at all.
Flawless human being when she leans forward and
She is-
leans back.
She can do this. She can do that.
Tori, is this bad
Yes.
that we are critiquing women at all to this point, but also just like J-Lo? Because I feel like it reinforces like even she's not safe. So what do you ladies think we're gonna say about you?
I was just gonna say, what if I'm a 12 pimply, non-breasted girl growing up and we're circling J-Lo's eye lines? What hope in the world do I have of feeling like a beautiful woman? J-Lo is the same age as Blanche was supposed to be in the Golden Girls. Okay? No one understands that. They're 50 years old. That's what it looked like back then, and this is what it looks like now. No more picking. If she uses a filter, God willing, good for her. I don't care. I know that she works for what she has. I know she's a hard ethics. I know she's really, really loyal. And I really hate the dissection of women like this. I hate it.
This might sound strange, but I don't think this is guys like Jeff and I doing this.
It's hate.
I feel like
A lot
it's
of women
coming-
are doing it.
I feel
A
like
lot
it's
of
coming
women.
from a lot of women.
Absolutely, Al. Absolutely.
I am on
It's
several.
definitely not Al and I.
Right. But
Because you think she looks great.
I've never seen. I am on maybe 4 group chats with different guys that I've known throughout my life, comedy, Cleveland, all that stuff. And I've never seen anybody post something like, look at J-Lo's eyelids here, and then look at this other picture.
It's never happened.
Right.
We're just like, do you think the Browns are going to win 5 games this year? Because I can't anymore. That's what most men stereotypically you are talking about. And so I wonder, is a lot of the, there's always a movement within the female community to uplift, but it seems like also the things to attack are also coming from the same house.
Both can be true, and both
Right.
are true. The phone call is coming from inside the house, 100%. I'm not blaming this on a Catwoman situation where we're all being cat fighting. We're not Catwomen, cat fighting. But I will say this.
In the past, I would have made a noise there, but
Yeah,
that's
you can't.
It's inappropriate.
It's totally inappropriate. But
Seinfeld,
I think
shout out.
filters have become a real issue for women because you can literally so quickly change, and then you look so quickly over and over again of how women look. So a lot of the time it is women dissecting other women, and we should be past that. I can't imagine growing up with social media right now.
I
can't
agree.
imagine.
We shouldn't talk about that,
No,
seriously,
no.
especially on a TV show. Oh, except for this next story. Jennifer Love Hewitt recently celebrated her 44th birthday and is making headlines. She posted this photo on Instagram along with the caption saying she woke up at 4 a.m. and was 44 years old and says sometimes she gets insecure about aging. So this got us thinking. We're just talking about this. Tori, do you think this is a woman thing? Does this happen to men? I have to put it in quotes because I don't want to get in trouble.
For sure, and I think you guys have it, but what is the percentage and the intensity for you guys? My intensity is enormous. Now, I'm on TV every day, so that's also happening, but women are, when a woman gets older, she's matronly. When a man gets older, he's foxy. He's distinguished. There's no good to her looking a certain way, right? There's no even word, as you had brought up earlier.
Right, or even there's no word for dad bod. What's
At
the
all.
equivalent? Yeah, and it's like it's so like Paul,
And that's so sexy.
Paul Rudd gets to be, sexy, and he's at the beach. He has a little pot belly, but I think it's
God
cute.
forbid.
If J-Lo
Listen,
showed
nobody
up,
likes that. Nobody. That's a
I know
fake.
that's your
That's a
thing.
fake term. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Tori, do you
thinks
agree?
dad bod is sexy. Stop it.
Okay, but when you're really built, it gets annoying to me.
Okay,
You're like
but if
that
you look
built.
like Channing Tatum and you have dad bod. Don't tell me I like the dad bod. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, I'll stop it. I'm simply saying that at some point, we don't even have a word for what women are after they have children.
Do you think some of it is the fact that women are considered no longer useful to society after they're past childbearing age, and she's feeling some of that?
Yeah, but I think society is also changing. But you have to look at, like, Jennifer Love Hewitt is in an industry in which when you were 35 a while ago, you were done with the industry. Like, no one wanted you. If you're 40, and you never said you were 40, you were always 29, you know what I mean? And now I'm proudly on TV saying, I'm 41, I really love it, I love aging. But it is harder for women just from the context of where we came. I worry a ton. Like, I'm getting Botox today. My husband's like, why? Because I see lines that you guys probably don't see here, and I look at it every single day. The minutia of it is exhausting.
Yeah, but I kind of feel that.
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying. Maybe not to the capacity, right?
Intensity.
That's a better word.
Yeah.
Because I notice it too. You know, we just did that flashback show, and like there's a filter that shows you like when you're in your teens, and even that I'm like, wow, man. I'm getting old, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just once in a while for me. It's not an everyday thing.
It's every day.
It hits me like my kids are getting older. I see myself in the mirror or whatever it is. I'm like, I work out and I can't walk the next day. I'm like, I'm getting older, man.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really bother me. I'm trying to embrace it.
It's every mirror. It's every window. It's every shop window. Wow. Women will look. You'll see quick glances. And all that is what is wrong and what can I fix? What is wrong and what can I fix?
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think everyone feels that maybe somewhat.
Yes, in some way.
All right. Mark Wahlberg is speaking out about his faith. He appeared on the Today Show yesterday, which was Ash Wednesday, if you don't know. He talked about being Catholic and how it's helped him over the years, but he said something interesting about faith in Hollywood. Let's take a listen.
I don't want to jam it down anybody's throat, but I do not deny my faith. That's an even bigger sin. You know, it's not popular in my industry, but, you know, I cannot deny my faith.
I totally agree with Mark. I'm Catholic. I went to CCD growing up. Everybody in my neighborhood was Catholic.
What's
I grew up
CCD?
in a very.
Is that like a...
It's like after you go to school, you go to like Catholic school.
Oh, like Hebrew school. Yep.
Yeah. So you have to do that till you're in 8th grade. You get baptized when you're young. You get confirmed. And everyone in my neighborhood did that, right? And now it's kind of like. It's weird for me to talk about. I mean, I don't mind, but when I bring it up, it's kind of like a mark of shame in some capacity.
Specifically Catholicism?
Yeah, like being from the Catholic Church and they have their flaws, and I understand the past. I went to CCD. I went to Catholic school. I never experienced that. God forbid the other way.
Right.
Yeah. But it's sad that happened. But it's weird for me to talk about it. It's like, I don't know, it's just like I get a bad feeling like I'm going to be shamed because of that.
I just think when we talk about religion, when we're talking about Hollywood specifically, I think a lot of people realize that there's a lot of actors that are Scientologists, and it doesn't seem to affect their production in terms of the box office. So what do you think the difference is?
Well, that's a very inside baseball religion. That's a very Hollywood networking type of religion, and I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying Catholicism, to be honest, and I mean this with no disrespect, has gone through some troubles in the past 20, 30, 40 years, specifically with the priest scandal that came out all over Hollywood. Remember, Spotlight won, I think, Best Picture. And then you have the LGBTQ, you have abortion. And for all of those, I think younger people want to feel accepted. And I don't think they felt, and it's changing now, that, and this is such a broad brush, but that the doors were always open to them in that specific world. And especially with Roe v. Wade being overturned, that just happened to be in the spotlight over this and maybe that's sort of what you're feeling, some of that.
Yeah, and I feel like people apply that to me. Like it's like I don't know, like a scarlet letter.
Yeah,
of some sort,
I hear
right?
that.
You know what I mean?
I hear that,
It's weird to talk about because I really don't feel that way. I'm not like a super outgoing church person. I'll go on holidays, right? And to the people out there, when I've went to church, and I'm not pushing on anybody, they're like, we're accepting of everybody. Homosexuality, we love everybody, right? So that's where they are today. The past, I'm not here to defend.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Coming up on DBL, and nanny to celebrity parents like Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake share how she's landed these great gigs in Hollywood. And Paris Hilton revealed the name of her baby. What?
It's Al.
What? Don't go anywhere. Don't even get a drink. Stick around.
It's Al Hilton.
Yeah.
Our viewers are talking about DBL. Yes!
I like that.
Leaves me speechless. I'm like blushing.
Thank you, thank you.
That's emotional.
Do I want to sit there and watch them? Yes, I do. Is that okay? We'll switch it. Yeah, okay. Absolutely not. Good. No, don't. Okay, I like it, Alan. You tell me as a comic. Again, I did stand up, but I'm not a comic. I like it when a person names their pet a regular person's name. So I had a cat named Alan, and like, or Gary, or like Kevin. What? Sadie, but Sadie's kind of a cute dog name.
Hey, Tori, this is coming at you.
Her cat's name is Gerald.
Gerald, like that's
my dad's brother's name.
That's my dad's
Yeah.
name. Oh, Jerry.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't you like it when someone names their pet a really normal person's
Yes,
name?
I-
Like, Steven.
Yeah,
Come here, Steven.
Because those names aren't really popular for people
Bob.
anymore.
Come here, Bob.
And
the cat.
I really
Unless you're
I
a
miss
junior,
those
like
names.
the Toms and
Right.
Jims.
The Bill. What if you named your cat Bill?
But you can be William, and like if you're named Bill now you'd go by Liam. Or
Oh, that's
something
hotter.
kind of
That is
fancy.
hotter.
But like I miss the names like
That's hot.
what happened to like Barbara?
My aunt
Valerie.
Barbara, she says no
it's
one's
Pam.
or Linda.
It's so funny, like when you get the class schedule or something for lunch, like my kids are, everyone's named Liam. Like there is no name. It's all like these Asher, like all of these exotic.
Avery.
Yeah, like these great names. You know what I mean? And we thought Lawson was like, nobody has Lawson, right?
all now?
It's like a popular name. There's like 3 kids in a school named Lawson.
Shut up.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you know my mom said the
Lincoln
name
was
fairy.
my fake name. Now
Everybody's got Lincoln. The name fairy, she said, would come over and sprinkle it. So my sister was Catherine, and then that year everyone was Katie. Katie. They're all 40-something now years old. So, and so I have a name if I have a kid, and I think it's gonna the name fairy. Like if imagine being named Alexa or Katrina, like when it turns into something, or Isis. I had a friend named Isis.
Yeah. I could see that. We gotta bring back these old school names. You gotta start.
All right,
All right.
Rutherford.
Welcome back. The wait is over. Paris Hilton has revealed the name of her baby boy. So Paris and her husband Carter welcomed the son via surrogate last month, but waited until now.
Oh, wait, I should have done it now.
To reveal his name. Go ahead.
Here we go.
On Instagram, they said his name was Phoenix Baron Hilton Ream. Huh? A name she picked out 10 years ago.
I don't believe
So she
that.
had this.
I do. Women do that.
That's a lot of
Women do
names.
that, trust me.
Really?
Oh,
Well, how about this?
yeah.
Ellen guessed last year on her show, after Paris said she was naming her future baby after a city, she guessed the name of it. Watch.
Argentina?
I'm not telling you.
All right. We're going to take a break then. I'll guess it. I will. Phoenix. All right. We'll be back.
Well, she threw a couple guesses out there, but she got it.
Phoenix.
Yeah, she got it.
I actually know 2 Phoenixes. Would it be
Phenai?
Phenai? I don't know. I'm not going to say that on TV. But yeah, what do you think about the idea of just naming your kid after a city or something that maybe went down in that city?
So if you ever watch 4 Christmases, he named all of his children the character of Jon Favreau after the city they were conceived in.
Oh.
So that's what it makes me think of.
Yeah, that's what Dakota Johnson was named after, I think.
And because they were
Because of conceived, yeah,
and
Dakota.
Paris also said her second child, if she has one, or daughter, would be named London.
Well,
So
remember the
she's
Hiltons.
keeping that theme.
Right, the Hiltons are all famous hotels. So Paris Hilton
Thank you.
is a famous hotel in
Wait,
Paris.
what?
No, I just thought people don't remember Conrad, the old Hilton Empire. So it's important to say that's also why they were named after places.
Why not throw a Conrad in there? How come it was
Baron.
Baron?
It's what? Grandfather. Thank you, Karen. That's why Baron.
But if Conrad started it, right?
Yeah, his father.
What?
I will say for Paris, though, Phoenix coming out of the ashes, I know it's sort of mythological. She's come a long way from her boarding school that she's been very
good
open
point.
about, and coming
That's a
out of the
great point.
character. She really has risen from the ashes, and good for her, and I like the name.
I like that you made that point because I hope that, like, as she kind of starts this second chapter of her life, she can be taken more seriously.
I hope so, too.
She's an international superstar. People kind of laugh at her here
Oh, yeah.
around the globe.
Oh.
She's a big star. Congrats. Coming up on DBL, our interview with celebrity nanny to several A-list stars. How did she end up with these amazing gigs? Well, stick around.
36 have been accused of spousal abuse. 7 have been arrested for fraud.
This video is going ultra viral with millions of views across TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It shows a preacher named Mark Bailey rattling off a list of supposed crimes and misdeeds, at first telling his audience he's talking about NFL or NBA athletes.
14 have been arrested on drug-related charges. 8 have been arrested for shoplifting.
But at the end, he shocks the audience by claiming actually these numbers are referring to members of Congress. So are the stats referenced in this video true? Let's verify. Our sources, the Internet Archive and Capitol Hill Blue, a political blog. This is hardly the first time this list of stats has made the rounds. The video itself is from 2012, but the claims made in it are even older than that. They first went viral as part of a decades-old email chain. We can trace their origin all the way back to 1999, when the list was first published by a political blog called Capitol Hill Blue. The anonymous author claimed blog staff had compiled the list through research, but provided no evidence and almost no names of the people they were accusing. The Internet Archive reveals that Capitol Hill Blue later removed the numbers from the article, before eventually deleting the post altogether. But that didn't stop it from going viral. Chain emails circulated widely despite repeated debunking by fact checks in 2000, 2009, and 2014. One eventually made its way to Mark Bailey, who in fact says in the video that he was forwarded the list by his son. But there was no basis for the claims made in the list when it was published in 1999, and there's no basis for it today. We can verify, no, the stats about members of Congress in this video are not true. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. Nanny Connie has over 30 years of experience in childcare, which has grabbed the attention of many celebrities like Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel, Brooke Shields, and even the Clooneys. Earlier, she told us about working with celebrities, and she shared some grandparenting tips. They're super good. Check it out.
Please welcome Nanny Connie.
Nanny Connie!
Hi, guys.
Hi, Nanny Connie. Hi. Can I ask you, how did you get your start becoming a nanny to the stars? And which celebrities did you help out in the beginning? Like, how did you start this whole process?
Oh my goodness. You know, sometimes you can't run from what your destiny is. And my great-grandmother was a slave, and she was born into slavery, but she was also the midwife when she was at the end of slavery. So she was the midwife when they were sharecroppers. So she was the mother that they all went to. And I was blessed enough and honored to be alive and hear stories. Didn't know that it was going to affect my life the way that it has. And my mother was also one. She was a black nurse in the South in the 60s and the 50s, and that's kind of like unheard of.
Right. I have goosebumps. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Once again, I could not run from my destiny. I ended up helping Bridget Moynihan with her baby, which was Tom Brady's first baby, and it just kind of went from there. I have no earthly idea who these people are. I tell them straight up, I don't know your music and I don't know your movies, so don't think you're gonna put me on the spot, because I'm gonna put you on the spot about parenting.
I get mad when our favorite babysitter isn't available. Do celebrities get mad when you get multiple requests at the same time?
Absolutely, yeah, they do. They do play chess with each other, and I laugh and go, you know what? It's all good. I do try to communicate with them and keep up with the ones who I can't get to, and even just giving them that solace and comfort over the phone, that one person that cares helps them to go, okay, I can achieve this. And then I kind of do drop in on them to say, okay, now where are you? And see, you could do it, so they all feel better. Yeah. Which is more difficult to kind of discipline there, the kids or the parents that need a little change in their parenting? Oh, hell, all day long it's the parents. Children, they're learning from us. As my grandmother used to say, you can't unbend a tree that's already bent. So it's hard to help a parent that's already stuck in their ways. And I do this all the time, over and over and over, but then they do adjust and see the benefits of coming out of a bad habit and supporting their children. So all day long is the parents.
Let's talk about your book, because you talk about grandparents helping out, but what is your advice to a new grandparent who wants to be around their grandchild every day and wants to help all the time?
It's giving space And in this day and time, everything is so instant, and parents are trying so much stuff off the internet. And yes, we as the elders kind of know that ain't gonna fly, that ain't gonna work, but we have to bridle our tongue and be patient and be that safety net that they say, you know, it didn't work, but she didn't judge me and she's there for me. And now you got more with sugar than you did with salt.
There you go. So profound.
I have to ask you, I have two kids. Both of them are scared of the dark right now. They both think there's monsters under their beds. So what advice would you give me and other parents or caretakers watching to help your children go to sleep in their own room and not be so fearful of monsters?
So I think spending more time in their room than less time in their room is really important. Having sleepovers, you going in and hanging out, having flashlight parties, going in and looking for stuff in your room, making them aware of the corners and what resides where. And them being familiar with stuff helps them to feel confident about, I got this. And that's really important.
Great advice. Yes. Nanny Connie, thank you.
Outstanding advice.
I know.
Our audience wants to hug her.
Oh, everyone wants to hug you. And if you read the back of her book, George Clooney wants her to wrap him in a blanket and rock him to sleep.
All the time. All the time. He was that way right off the bat.
Thank you so much for joining us today. For our viewers, to learn more from Nanny Connie, you can grab a copy of her book, The Nanny Connie Way, wherever books are sold. Thank you so much, Nanny Connie. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Nanny Connie.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In the beginning, what we know as Black History Month was only a week. Let's connect the dots. In 1926, Harvard-trained historian Carter G. Woodson got a group together looking for ways to celebrate the accomplishments and the history of Black Americans in public schools. They focused their efforts on the second week of February. Why? It coordinated with the birthdays of two important Americans, President Abraham Lincoln and activist Frederick Douglass. At first, they got a lukewarm response across the country. In fact, North Carolina was one of only 3 states that participated that first year. It was decades later, during the Civil Rights Movement in the 60s, that the week turned into a month. And in 1976, President Gerald Ford officially designated February as Black History Month. Now, nearly 100 years after it started in North Carolina classrooms, it's a reminder Black history and Black achievement can be celebrated by all of us all year long. And that is Connecting the Dots.
When you take a look at the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, you will see from the latest data in 2021, North Carolina had 179 fatal workplace injuries. It ranks among the top 10 states when it comes to deadly injuries on the job. However, looking at the North Carolina Department of Labor, they state in 2021 there were 49 workplace fatalities. So why such a big difference? To get answers, we went to Josh Dobson, the North Carolina Department of Labor Commissioner and the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Dobson tells us there are a lot of differences when it comes to what the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics counts versus what the North Carolina Department of Labor counts as workplace deaths.
What we don't count are medical emergencies when people unfortunately pass away while they're at work. Heart attacks, particularly strokes. In rare cases, but it happens, suicides.
He says they also don't count the number of roadway accidents that happen outside of a work zone.
So we count basically what falls under our jurisdiction.
OSHA will come to all workplace death investigations at first, but only take over certain investigations. Dobson says if OSHA takes over an investigation at the federal level, the state would not include that in their data.
Maritime accidents, things like that. I think railroad accidents also is what they investigate. So those are the things that federal OSHA would investigate that they would count that we wouldn't count.
The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics has yet to release 2022 work-related deaths, but the North Carolina Department of Labor's numbers for last year show the state saw more work-related deaths compared to 2021, with 63 in 2022. Construction saw the highest death rate with 15 deaths in the workplace. Dobson says they are continuing their special emphasis program to help decrease deaths at the workplace in our state. With your Verify Fact Check, I'm Megan Bragg.
Are you skeptical of headlines and what you see on social media? We are too. The Verify newsletter answers your questions, clarifies what's true and false, and even includes a daily fun fact. Go to verifythis.com/email to check it out.
Today's sandals word of the day is swim. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2 to beautiful Jamaica. The winner will be announced on DBL March 1st.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
I'm in the mood for shopping. What do we have?
First up, we've got the Cheer Collection 7-piece stackable airtight food storage set. So these can be used to store knickknacks or office supplies too. Normally, this collection is $80, but we've got it for just $24.99, which saves 69%.
You have dogs. This is good for dog bones, dog treats, because it keeps it air safe.
So our next product, this is one of my favorite things we've had. I love it. It's the Karma Beauty 3-piece travel hair tool set. So you might be going off on a fabulous vacation, but let's be honest, all of your tools are massive. They take up so much space. Whereas these are going to fit into any of your luggage with ease. Normally, it's $259, Tori, but we've got it for just $39.99, which is saving 85%.
Bridesmaids gifts, great idea.
Up next, we've got the 6-pack of Power Practical Motion Sensor lights.
What?
You can put them under things like your kitchen cabinets, in your bathrooms, around your mirrors, stairways, or as a TV backlight. You name it, you can do it. So normally this pack is $66. We've got it for $24.99. So that is saving up to 62%.
Okay, I have an old house with old closets and I need light in them, so I can just line this.
Now our last product is the Tamborat half carat micro pave plated inside out oval hoop earrings.
Cute.
These are a customer favorite on Morning Save. We've got no big markups. We're just closely working with the vendor to bring you the best diamond deals.
I love that.
Normally these are $90, but right now they are $19.99, saving up to 78%.
$19.99, whatever, that's amazing.
Exactly.
Everyone, head on over to morningsave.com. We're gonna snag all these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even scan the QR code on screen. That will take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Steph, thank you so much.
So you know how you know you're getting old? When you get excited about kitchen storage products.
Oh, we were talking about that. I was like, I got that already. Yeah, mine is all laid out.
When there are socks up there, I'm like, oh, I'll have some of those. That's when you know, when socks excite you.
We are not exciting people.
No, we are, because I'm going to get some earrings, and that's a great gift. I'd like those earrings at the end.
I'll just ruin the whole theme of it. We'll see you tomorrow.
I want to be a good dad.